what it seems. I wanna let my heart out cause it's busting at the seams. And I heard you was a seamstress girl of my dreams. But I will never know you because I never sleep, yeah, I never sleep. So that's why you could never see me and I could never see you. And now the sky don't look so blue in a world without you. They say beauty's in the eyes of the beholder. It was your eyes that I got a hold of me. I'm helpless, so that's what it seems. I wanna let my heart out cause it's busting at the seams. And I heard you was a seamstress girl of my dreams. But I would never know you because I never sleep. I never sleep. Never see you in a world without you. Again, Wednesday, October 28th, time's 9:15. I'm going to do one more reading. It's one of my favorite poems that I ever wrote in my life, to be honest with you. It means a lot. It's there was a lot behind this. I learned a lot because of this. Love, like I said, I love hard, passionately. This poem's called Lodestar. It was written 3/29 and 3/30, 2013. It's very rare that a poem takes me more than a day to write at most, but this one did. Lodestar. These things, oh, these things that I remember. Often, darkness brings with it such familiarity, and noises, feelings, tastes are tangible memories, sensations that will never lose their impact. The attraction of that magnetism is quite undeniable. I could count for hours each solitary strand of strawberry-scented hair, strewn helter-skelter across my neck and face. Each one a day's journey in paradise, should I decide to travel its luxuriant length. Even the ends that could be found split would appeal to me. Just another fork in the road, to be taken with a wondrous sense of gratitude for its spontaneity. These things, oh, these things that I remember. Often, the redolence of your warmth infuses the crisp coolness which I find permeates my forlorn bedclothes in your absence. And yearning with such wistfulness that radiant heat, I awaken short of breath from dreams of suffocation, certain that my lungs have been seared shut in a blast of superheated air, only to find my breath has been taken by the passing ghost of your presence, as it absconds with the mirage of your dissipating body heat. These things, oh, these things that I remember. Often, the tangy taste of your salty, sweet perspiration tingled my thirsty lips, and my tongue would dart in and out, attempting to collect every drop that beaded upon your skin, in emulation of a hummingbird's raid upon nectar-laden flora. I, too, proceeded with single-minded task to imbibe that life-sustaining moisture, which now eludes me like the words I cannot bring into speech, for fear they would lacerate such a parched and brittle throat, ironically drowning me in my own blood. These things, oh, these things that I remember. Often the objects I find pervading most my nostalgic reminiscences are the echoes left in the wake of your beating heart, echoes that still reverberate off my bedroom walls, and I swear I can see the ripples of every sound wave as it cascades down upon me, reaching my ears to translate itself into beauteous harpsichord symphonies. Each resounding note played simultaneously by all the angels in heaven. Yes, verily, I can distinguish every chord as if it were my own form of Braille, turning each key over in my fingertips, studiously caressing every nuance into interpretation. A language matching beat for beat the exact melody of my metronome heart. But at this revelation of synchronicity, I am hardly surprised. Long ago, you see, I had lain awake, foregoing sleep, to admire your serene countenance as you dreamt, knowing even then, as I recorded every sculpted curve of face and form beside me, that every vision I held would pale in comparison to the soundtrack it accompanied. So I touched my fingers religiously to that sacred place, twixt your rising and falling bosom, and I was rewarded for my inquisitive efforts with rapture. Lo, my digits had become the tines that issue forth the melodic vibrations produced by the revolutions of your music box heart. These things, oh, these things that I remember. Often, it returns to me, this conviction that the blood coursing through my veins is nothing more than mellifluous composition, propelled by the palpitations of your cardio-instrumental pulse. An orchestra performed score to be conducted, and you its maestro. Alas, now in your departure, my heart has become but a shadow, each throb weakened to a dull and empty tap, barely audible, the hollow patter of drizzle descending atop a roof as you slumber on, unaware that I have fallen at all.